Beyond salary, 15 assets that are making people rich. Most people work 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, and still feel broke. You know why? Because they only have one asset, their job. The wealthy don't just work for money, they own things that work for them. Today, I'm showing you 15 assets that are quietly making people rich right now. Some of these you can start with just $10. Let's get into it. Welcome to Beyond Salary, the channel where we talk about everything your job never taught you about money. If you're new here, subscribe right now. Let's go. Number 1. S&P 500 Index Funds. This is where every wealth journey should begin. One fund, 500 of the biggest companies in America. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, all in one shot. Since 1957, it's averaged 10% per year. In 2025 alone, returns hit nearly 18%. You can start with just $1. If you do nothing else on this list, do this one. Number 2. Rental real estate. Your tenant pays your mortgage. The property appreciates, and you collect cash flow every month. That's the power of rental real estate. With leverage, returns hit 8 to 12% annually. U.S. housing has appreciated 4.7% every year since 2000. Start with a down payment or as little as $100 through crowdfunding platforms. Number 3. Bitcoin. Fixed supply of 21 million coins. No government can print more. As institutions and countries keep buying in, that scarcity becomes more valuable. Multi-year bull cycles have delivered 50% plus compounded annual growth. Volatile, yes. But for long-term holders, the returns have been generational. Start with just $10. Number 4. Gold. 5,000 years of storing value. Every financial crisis, every recession, gold survives it all. From 2000 to 2025, gold averaged nearly 11% per year. It's your inflation hedge, your safe haven, your portfolio insurance. Start with $100 through ETFs. Every solid portfolio needs some gold. Number 5. REITs. Real estate income without being a landlord. REITs own apartments, hospitals, shopping centers, and legally must pay 90% of their income to you as dividends. From 1972 to 2023, they averaged 11.1% annually. Start with $100. No tenants, no toilets, no stress. Number 6. Dividend stocks. Companies like Coca-Cola and Johnson & Johnson pay you just for holding their stock. Every quarter, a check hits your account. Reinvest those dividends and the compounding becomes insane over time. Historical returns of 9 to 13% annually. Start with $100. Simple, steady, powerful. Number 7. U.S. Treasury bonds. Not sexy, but smart. You lend money to the U.S. government and they pay you guaranteed interest. Right now, the 10-year yield sits around 4.25%. Safe, predictable, and essential when markets get ugly. Start with $100 on Treasury Direct. Every smart portfolio has some here. Number 8. Peer-to-peer lending. Banks borrow your money at 0.5% and lend it out at 10 or 15%. P2P lending lets you cut out the middleman and become the bank. Net returns of 6 to 12% after defaults. Spread across hundreds of small loans so one default doesn't hurt you. Start with just $25. Number 9. Farmland. People will always need to eat. Farmland appreciates, generates lease income, and resists inflation better than almost any asset. U.S. farmland rose 4 to 5% in 2025 alone. Total returns including income hit 8 to 12% annually. The ultra-rich have used this for centuries. Now platforms like AcreTrader let you in from $10,000. Number 10. Fine art. Blue chip art has delivered 6.224% average annual returns over 60 years, with almost zero correlation to the stock market. When stocks crash, your art doesn't care. Illiquid and patient capital only. But for serious wealth builders, it's a proven diversifier. Access it through fractional platforms or auctions from $10,000 up. Number 11. Wine investments. Fine wine gets rarer as it gets consumed. Rarer means more valuable. The Livex Wine Index has averaged 8 to 10% annually since 1988. Some top indices up over 120% in a decade. Low market correlation. You'll need 5,000 to 10,000 to start. Overlooked, underrated, and quietly compounding. Number 12. Ethereum. If Bitcoin is digital gold, Ethereum is digital infrastructure. It powers decentralized finance, smart contracts, and thousands of blockchain applications. Since 2017, it's compounded at roughly 22% per year on average. Extremely volatile. Advanced investors only. But the technology and the returns are hard to ignore. Start with 10. Number 13. Private equity. This is how the ultra-wealthy really build wealth. Investing in private companies before they go public. Top funds have delivered over 15% IRR historically. You need to be an accredited investor with $25,000 to $100,000 minimum. Illiquid and long-term. But the returns are in a different league entirely. Number 14. Private credit. One of the hottest asset classes right now. You lend directly to mid-market companies, secured against real assets, and collect 8 to 12% yields. Banks are pulling back. Private lenders are stepping in. Major institutions flagged this as a top opportunity in 2025. Minimums around $50,000 to $100,000. High income, real collateral. Number 15. Renewable energy. The biggest wealth creation shift of the next 50 years is happening right now. $386 billion invested in just the first half of 2025. Government incentives, falling costs, rising demand. Project returns of 8 to 12% annually. Start with $100 through ETFs, or go deeper with direct funds. The money is already moving here. The question is whether you're in front of it. 15 assets, different entry points, different risk levels. But one common thread, they all work for you while you sleep. Pick one from this list and take one step toward it this week. Not next month, this week. If this helped you, smash the like button, subscribe to Beyond Salary, and drop a comment telling me which asset you're starting with. I read every single one. See you in the next one.